So doing a bit on the electronics, these are the relay boards for the inputs and the tape out as well. So this is the upper board for all of the, I don't know, let's say the right hand channels, the right channels, and the lower one for the left, or vice versa. The relays are all controlled in pairs, so obviously every time you want to latch this one, you want to latch that one, and so on. So the idea is the boards are mounted sort of one above the other, and then the control lines come up from the bottom on to the top, so they're all driven in parallel. I was wondering a little bit about how I would mount these in my case, but now that I have some height, I think I can construct them like this. The only thing is I'll have slightly longer, I think, leads on the outer ones, because obviously my connectors are in a single straight line, whereas in Les's design it's each pair is vertically one above the other, and so they can line up perfectly with the relays. Could have done that, but I didn't. This has taken a little while to do because I didn't have any thin wire to do the links, and so I only had my hookup wire that I use for my valve circuitry stuff, which literally just fits in the hole. There's zero clearance, it just fits in the hole, and it's quite stiff relatively speaking, so it means I had to form each of these links individually and then press them through the holes. So yeah, that took a little while. So I've been just testing. I've pretty much wired up all of this first channel here, just to see how it goes. And yeah, I will do the rest of it. I'd probably prefer to put little sockets here for the semiconductors, just, you know, for safety. But I may not. We'll see. I don't have any, so I'd have to get some. So anyway, I think we're going to pause there for a little while. Okay, so these are the two relay, the input selector relay boards. Only had one slight little drawback here. I had put nice delicate colors for where each of the signals and grounds would go. But when I used some alcohol to clean the back of the board and get the flux off, it kind of sort of smeared all the colors everywhere. So, not quite as neat and tidy as I was hoping, but anyway, we're good. So I will need to make a mounting for each side here so that I can mount these things one above the other. And yeah, then we'll see about interfacing this lot to the PIC control board that I've got. Right, back from the road trip. A few more days of vacation left. So now that I'm nearly done with the cab here, just have to do the wooden bookends, if you like. I'm starting to look at the layout of how things will all go inside. So since I've done both of the relay cards and one will sit underneath the other, the general footprint is going to be like that. This is my infrared receiver decoder, which we're going to try and use this one. However, if in case I start struggling with the system integration, I've left room for the full-size card so that I can replicate Les's circuitry completely in here. Then the VU meters will take up a chunk of space going back here, which should leave me room to basically put a power supply in here. One of the things that came while I was on vacation, which I had completely forgotten about, is kind of the companion to that Velleman decoder card, which is a 16 relay card. Unfortunately, it's not really suitable. The relays are quite big. It's way bigger than I was expecting it to be. Everything is driven off 12 volts, and these relays will carry, you know, 250 volts at so many amps or whatever. But the killer is they're a single pole changeover, and we need dual pole changeover. If they were dual pole, I'd try and figure something out. But as it is, that'll go in the drawer for something else down the road. So there we go. That's next is figuring out the layout here, get the rest of the components. I'm gonna do all the necessary cutting of tracks for that, so it's ready to go. I need to get some components for the driving the volume control and other bits and pieces as well. So that'll be next up.